All right, fight fans, what's going on? So real quick, I just want to go over the latest ranking polls for this week. Not a lot of action, but we do have some movement in the women's strawweight division. The champion currently is Zhang Weili. She's gonna fight Rose Namajunas in, what is it? I think we're 2 weeks out on that fight. But the big picture, the big move here is Mackenzie Dern. Now, from what I remember about Mackenzie Dern, I found out about her in 2020, really. She took on Amanda Ribas, and she lost this fight. I believe she lost by decision, if I'm not mistaken, but it was a strong fight. It was a tough fight. Both ladies had a great performance. Amanda Ribas has a lot of spunk, has a lot of pizzazz. Amanda Ribas right now, she's ranked 11th, and she's going to be fighting Angela Hill, who is ranked right below her at 12. That fight's coming up pretty soon, so it should be entertaining. I'm not sure what that fight does for these two competitors as far as championship contention, but nonetheless, it's going to be a great fight, and with a great performance, good things happen. You know, you shoot up in the rankings. But back to Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern, she jumps up 6 spots. She jumps up from the 11th spot to the 5th spot. She's ranked number 5 right now. Sitting in front of her, Carla Esparza, Yan Zhang, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and Rose Namajunas, and of course the champion. Mackenzie Dern's made it known that she feels like she's in a groove right now. She feels like she's in a championship groove, and you know, what I can say is I think that, you know, she's looked really, really great in these last few fights. You know, she took on Nina Nunes, and Mackenzie Dern is known as more of a grappler, and Nina Nunes is more of a striker. Well, Mackenzie Dern showed that she has pretty decent hands. You know, she held her own with Nina Nunes. She was throwing kicks, throwing punches, and she looked comfortable. Gave Nina a couple of fits, and when the fight got to the ground, she did what she needed to do and got the first round submission. So Mackenzie Dern's ranked number 5. That's big news. Now for the men in the middleweight class, we have some interesting movement. I made a video not too long ago, and I was on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, Natural Grappler. If you can find me, that's NATURL Grappler. So in the middleweight class, champion Israel Adesanya, I predict that he'll be sitting and waiting for things to kind of pan out in the middleweight class for a while. Marvin Vettori, he just had a fight over the weekend. I believe it was April 2nd or April 3rd. He beat Kevin Holland. So currently Marvin Vettori, he went from being ranked number 6 to now he is ranked number 3. Only 2 fighters sit in front of him in the rankings. That's Paulo Costa and Robert Whittaker. Marvin Vettori, he's made it known that what he wants to do is fight for the championship belt. He feels like he wants that rematch. And being ranked number 3, that does not hurt his chances of getting there. With these current rankings, I see one of two things. Marvin Vettori fighting Paulo Costa and getting an immediate rematch if he wins. Or I see Robert Whittaker and Kevin Gastelum fighting, and Marvin Vettori fighting the winner of that fight. Once the winner of Marvin Vettori, insert name there, Gastelum or Whittaker, the winner of that fight would go on to fight Adesanya. But that just seems like too long of a timeline, you know. 2 fights in between a championship fight, I don't know. It makes more sense to have just that one, Vettori versus Costa. I believe that the UFC could sell that as just Marvin Vettori being a dog, being active and deserving it if he wins that fight against Paulo Costa. Now, if Paulo Costa wins, I don't know how you do that rematch so soon. Paulo Costa, he said that his leg was hurt and injured before he fought Israel Adesanya, and that's the reason for his performance. Now, that might be the case, but I don't know how the UFC can book that so quickly. So we gotta let some things play out. But as far as the rankings go, Marvin Vettori, he's made it known he wants that championship fight. He's being rewarded, man. He's ranked number 3 right now. So we got more things to play out, more fights to play out. So stay tuned.